So let's go to phase 2, which is negotiations around the appraisal. So let's assume we've gone under contract. Now your buyers have ordered the appraisal through my team at Movement Mortgage. I come back to you and say, Bill, guess what? The house didn't appraise. Yikes.
This occurs all the time.
So what happens after that? How do we, now we're in another phase of negotiation, essentially,
now, Chris, you can explain, but obviously if the buyer wants to buy the house at the higher price, he's going to have to bring quite a bit more cash to buy the house.
Right, because on the mortgage loan, we're only going to lend based on the appraised value. So they could have to bring $10,000 or $15,000 above the price. That's out of their pocket on top of the down payment.
So there's three options here, and this occurs. Each of them occurs all the time. One is the buyer has looked for a house for a long period of time, and he knows he's getting a house that once it gets closed, it's going to be worth what he pays for it. When you appraise, there's sales comparables.
Right.
And once he gets closed, it becomes a sale comparable.
That's right.
So it's going to be worthwhile. So he may elect to pay the price because he knows the supply is low, demand is strong, and he had to make...
It just might be that the sales have not yet caught up with the marketplace.
That's what's going to happen. Like I always say, it's a current opinion of market worth based upon past events. So the option number 2 is that he can put his feet in the ground and say, I'm only paying what it appraised for. The guy who sells could face the same issue with a second contract. So he may say, I'd like to get it sold, I'd like the higher price, but I'm going to sell at the appraisal. Now, what occurs most of the time is they meet somewhere in between.